So welcome to the blood smear analysis microscope lab. My name is Rene Vogt-Lowell, and I will show you a quick demonstration of this lab. Before you can see a microscope that was done with Photoshop and Flash Professional, and it has some objectives down below which you can use, and we will show you in a bit. There's some sound effects that are a little bit gratuitous, but nonetheless still keep this a little exciting, fun for the students. The slides below are the ones that are going to be chosen from when looking for different blood cell types. And the idea behind this is you get a blood smear normally on a slide that you would then put manually below the objectives. We did not do that here just to make it a little bit more obvious where the slides were, and also because we were just experimenting with Flash and its capabilities back when this was created. So you can see the instructions off to the right, very self-explanatory, kept in a corner there, and they can go through these and understand how to use the accessibility portions of this lab, which is down below, all the keyboard shortcuts. And we start off first by just picking one of the slides. Let's start with slide 1, and that loads into the microscope. You can see it says 4 times in the middle there. That's the objective that's currently selected. So let's say we want to go up to objective of 10 times magnification. There's that gratuitous sound effect that I was telling you about. And you can see how the focus is not very clear. So that's where the students would then grab that focus ring, just like in the physical lab. And we're going to go ahead and just rotate that a little bit. You can see how that is in focus now, but it's still small. It's not something that you can now find the blood cell types in just yet. So what they need to do now is move up to the next objective level, which is 40 times magnification, and similarly grabbing that focus ring, we'll go ahead and get that to the point where you can see what you're looking for. Now off to the right here underneath the instructions, you'll see a blood cell treasure hunt. It's a checkbox list of all the different cell types that could be found, and they will check themselves off as you find the different blood cell types. So you can see as I'm hovering over these, they start to pop into a different color, and you can't see the mouse that I'm using, but that's what's happening as I hover over these. So let's say I click on that, and we found it, a red blood cell. Imagine that, there's many of them there, so take your pick. It would have been pretty easy. It gets a little more difficult later on, but you get a little pop-up that describes the kind of cell that you found and a little bit of feedback as to why it's important. Hit the OK. And what they can also do is grab the slide and move it around. So let's say I want to find out something else that's in this slide. How about this little guy? Let's click on him. We found the lymphocytes. And I'm not going to try to pronounce that first word. Well, let's try it anyways. Granulocytes. There we go. And we now know that the lymphocytes are the second most common white blood cell. There's 20 to 30%. And they are characterized by a round nucleus that takes up most of the cell, a thin halo of cytoplasm. That's pretty nice to know. And they're also function in immunity. So there's some feedback involved that really helps the student understand what they're finding, similarly to how they would experience this in a physical lab. And we're going to go back to slide 2 and just really quickly find the rest of these so you can see how these get checked off. One aspect of these labs is to also make sure that they need to do the work. So just to make sure that they can't check that, if they were to try clicking on it manually, we get no bad little human. You're not allowed to do that. The checkbox for the platelets will automatically check itself as soon as you identify the blood cell type by finding it in the 4 slides and clicking it. So no cheating in this lab either. So this first thing here looks like it might be a candidate. I'm going to click on that guy. And we found the eosinophils. Wonderful. I'm going to go ahead and read that, but quickly click away because I want to show you the rest of this and how we can find everything and get some feedback as to the idea that we have completed this lab. So this next one here I click on is a basophil, and they contain dark staining granules that contain histamine and other inflammatory chemicals. Ouch! So I'm going to hit OK there, and we now can see on the right that we're missing 1, 2, 3 more, and we're done with this lab. So this is a way that students can keep track of their progress. I'm going to go to slide 3 because I know that the first 2 slides have been exhausted. And let's check this one here. Did we already find that? That's another lymphocyte. So we will not be getting another checkbox checking itself off. Let's see, what else are we missing here? How about, yes, a platelet. We just found a platelet. So now when I hit OK here, we're going to see that the platelets checkbox is now checked off. And how about this one up here? Let's click that. We found a neutrophil. So that checkbox has also been checked off. And these contain faint staining granules, which I guess means that when you pass out, you stain yourself. No, just kidding. Sorry, a little humor, keep it light. And let's pick the last slide, number 4. And the last one that is missing, apparently, is the monocyte at the bottom of the blood cell treasure hunt checkbox list. So one of these two would be the monocyte. And no, that's a neutrophil. We found that person already, that cell before. So how about this one? Is that what yes, that's what a monocyte looks like. Monocytes are the largest white blood cell containing a large nucleus and no granules. And now we get another feedback pop-up saying, congratulations, you have identified all the blood cell types and completed this lab. And this has been a quick blood smear analysis and microscope demonstration of a virtual lab. And my name is Rene Vogt-Lowell. Thank you so much.